just how good is Alexander Volkanovski. I've never seen I've never seen before where fighters will literally just straight say that another fighter wouldn't beat them. Like normally you'll see someone win the championship and then they'll say, yeah, I'm coming for the, champion on a division above. Like you'd see uh like Usman saying he'd move up to fight Whitaker, back in the day, or you see Tyrone Woodley saying he'd move up to fight Whitaker, or you'd see like Jan Blachowicz say he'd move up to fight Stipe, and etc. etc. But Volkanovski's like such a different level that these guys literally will like they'll straight say, uh, "I ain't calling for Volkanovski." Like literally, Sean O'Malley straight said, like, "There's no fucking way if they offer me Volk, I'm not fighting him." Like that's like a different level where that's a different level where you got fucking fighters like straight admitting that they wouldn't beat another fighter, because like fighters are inherently super confident, some borderline delusional, but like even like fucking like Sean O'Malley, who's known for his confidence, is straight saying like, "Yeah, I'm not fucking. You're not getting me in there with Volkanovski." Like Volkanovski is like on such a different level that like fighters are straight just ignoring him, like, and not ignoring him, and just straight acknowledging that he would beat them. Like that alone provides so much a mystique around him, because you'd never see people say that. Like even Max Holloway back in the day was saying like he'd move up to fight fucking Habib, and Habib had that mystique about him. He was literally undefeated, but you know Max Holloway thought he could go up and beat Habib, but like I know obviously uh Max Holloway also thought he could beat Volkanovski 3 times, but it's still just like the fact that these bantamweights don't want to even like acknowledge a move up by Volkanovski's champion. Like Sean O'Malley straight said, if Ilia Topuria beats Volkanovski, which he doesn't think he will, he'd move up for Ilia Topuria, but there's no way he'd go up for a Volkanovski fight. Like that's just a different level. Like you are on an insane level when like fighters are like just straight admitting you'd beat them. Even Aljamain Sterling in his post-fight interview against Sean O'Malley after he lost by TKO, he just straight said, when he got asked if he'd move up to featherweight, he just straight says like, "Yeah, no." If Sean O'Malley called me with that, I can only imagine what Volkanovski would do. It's like the amount of respect these fighters have for Volkanovski. It's actually really cool, because back in the day, Volkanovski was really disrespected after that second Max Holloway fight. Like nobody showed Alexander Volkanovski any bit of respect. Like he was treated horribly by all the fighters. He was treated horribly by the fans. Like everyone thought he was a fake champ, paper champ. Now to see like other fighters like straight just say, "Yeah, there's no way I'm beating Alexander Volkanovski." Like you couldn't pay me enough to go up. Like Sean O'Malley straight said if they offered him Volkanovski, he's saying no. Like that level of respect that Volkanovski's gained is so cool to see, which he's earned every bit of respect with the performances he's put on. He somehow, at 34 years of age, I think he's 34, isn't he? Or I think he's turning 35. Let me double check that. Yeah, so he's 34 years of age, and he's turning 35 at the end of September. So the fact that he's like still improving at this point, it's just insane to see. Like his performances just get better and better, and yeah, I don't know. It's just crazy that he's broken a lot of delusions that a lot of fighters have. Like a lot of fighters will straight just convince themselves that they'll beat anybody in the world. Like like some fighters are so inherently confident that they think they could probably beat people 3 weight classes heavier and stuff like that. But Volkanovski's literally got that mystique around him where even like a division below or a division above, sorry, people are like, nah, I'm not moving up for this guy. Like, no way. And it's just it's insane to see because, like I say, like fighters are inherently super confident. They all have a little bit of delusion. You need to be a bit delusional to be a fighter, but even they're just straight saying, yeah, no, you're not getting me in there with Volkanovski. Like that's just an insane level of respect. But Alexander Volkanovski, he's just the man. Like there's no denying it. When you got fighters, champions, division below, straight just refusing to move up for you, you know you're on a different level. Like I don't know, just how good is Alexander Volkanovski? Really, really fucking good. Like that's all I can say is this guy is just so good, and he's somehow getting better. Like yeah, just Volk. That's all you can say. Alexander Volkanovski. He's number 2 now, pound for pound. I think he should be pound for pound number 1. Don't get me wrong, John Jones is arguably the GOAT if you take PEDs out of consideration and all that stuff. But pound for pound is based on recent activity, and recent activity, Volkanovski's definitely done more recently than John Jones. Like John Jones did beat Cyril Gahn, but before that he was out after a controversial decision with Dominic Reyes for 3 years. So I don't think he should be pound for pound number 1, but I understand it, I guess. He is arguably the GOAT. So yeah, that makes sense there, but Alexander Volkanovski, man, fucking instilling fear into these bantamweights. Like, I don't know, it's just so cool to see. I can't remember in recent memory a time where like the champions, the division below, are just straight refusing to move up for a double champ fight. I know Sterling was calling for it, but after his loss, he just straight said, "Yeah, Volk would beat me." Like that is just an insane level of respect to have that from like you never hear fighters admit that another fighter would beat them, but Volkanovski is that guy where people just straight admit, which no shame in that. I respect it though. It's great that he humbles these fighters so much. Like, yeah, just insane from Volkanovski here. But yeah, thanks for listening to this. Like, comment, subscribe, put on them notifications, and I'll catch you guys next time.